Hello students, here we are with another important question from your chapter trigonometry. If you look at this question, exactly same question in a different way was asked in last year's board exam. So they are given tan theta plus sin theta is equal to m, tan theta minus sin theta is equal to n. Prove that m square minus n square is equal to 4 root mn was given. This is the same question with the variables changed in terms of P and Q. This is another important question which you can expect in this year's pre-board exam in your basic as well as standard paper. So let's see how to solve this. In this question, we have to approach in a different way. They have given P as tan theta plus sin theta. They have given Q as tan theta minus sin theta. So let's first find out what is P square minus Q square. So what is P square here? If I'm taking P square, just have a look at this. If I'm taking P square will be tan theta plus sin theta the whole square. And remember this children, most of the students when we see what they do is, when we take P square, they simply write tan square theta plus sin square theta, which is wrong. Because it is P is tan theta plus sin theta, you are supposed to take it P tan theta plus sin theta the whole square, where you are supposed to apply A plus B the whole square formula. So here it becomes tan square theta plus sin square theta plus 2 times tan theta into sin theta. It becomes 2 times tan theta into sin theta. Yes, we are using a square plus b square plus 2ab formula. Similar way, what is q square here? If you look at this, q square becomes tan square theta plus sin square theta minus 2 tan theta sin theta. Why children? What is the reason? Just have a look at the question. It's given tan theta minus sin theta is equal to q. So a minus b the whole square is a square plus b square minus 2ab. Now let us see what is p square minus q square. What happens children if we subtract these two? Tan square theta positive, it gets cancelled. Sin square theta minus sin square theta, they get cancelled. 2 tan theta sin theta minus 2 tan theta sin theta, you will get it as 4 tan theta sin theta. I hope this is very clear for all of you. Yes, you got p square minus q square as 4 times tan theta into sin theta, which can be written as, how can you write this children? You can also write this as, you know, your tan theta is sin theta by cos theta. So sin theta into sin theta becomes sin square theta, and in the denominator I can write cos theta. So p square minus q square is 4 sin square theta by cos theta. But they have asked us to write p square minus q square in terms of pq. That is, they are asking us to show 4 times root pq is equal to p square minus q square. So let's find out what is 4 times root pq. So your 4 times root pq, if you simplify here, 4 times under root, you are multiplying tan theta plus sin theta into tan theta minus sin theta. So p is tan theta plus sin theta here, q is tan theta minus sin theta. You have to be careful here because again we are using identity. What is the identity used here? We are using a plus b into a minus b as a square minus b square. So here you get 4 times root pq under the root tan square theta minus sin square theta. But be very careful when you're solving here children. Lot of students reach till here, they get stuck. But what you have to do, write your tan square theta in terms of sin and cos. So I can write sin square theta by cos square theta minus sin square theta, wherein I can take my sin square theta common from the numerator. If you do that, it becomes sin square theta into, you have 1 in the numerator here. It is basically 1 by cos square theta minus 1. So if you take LCM there, in the next step, you would get this as, we'll just move it aside. So in the next step, what do you get? You get it as 4 times root of, if you take LCM here, it becomes 1 minus cos square theta divided by cos square theta. Yes, and numerator 1 minus cos square theta is basically sin square theta, and you have one more sin square theta which can be taken out, which becomes sin theta when you take it out. Which sin theta we are talking about? The sin square theta. When you take it out, it becomes sin theta. And here in the numerator, after you take LCM, it becomes 1 minus cos square theta, which also can be written as sin square theta, here cos square theta. And when you take this outside the root children, Sin square theta will become sin theta. Cos square theta will become cos theta. So sin theta into sin theta becomes sin square theta. And in the denominator you have cos theta, which is nothing but the LHS what we got. So we have proved that. What did we prove? We have proved that p square minus q square is equal to 4 times root of pq. This is how we are supposed to solve these questions. And children, you can expect these kind of questions where they will give you a sum of two trigonometric functions in terms of one variable, difference of the same trigonometric functions in terms of other variable, and they can ask you to prove something else also. So please make sure you approach it in a right way, so that first see what they have given, and in these type of questions usually you can take LHS separately and solve RHS separately, and the final answer what you get in your LHS and RHS must be same. That is how you're going to solve these questions. And all the best, children. If you get these type of questions, you can easily score 5 marks. And if you practice more number of questions like this, you can solve them with less time, so that you have enough time to solve all the questions and score well in your board exams.